Does Sony make phones? Don't know, let's do that bit again, shall I? Hello, welcome back to the channel. This one we're going to talk about how to buy your first stock. All the details, all the criteria, and a live example of actually how to buy one. So let's jump into it. Before we jump into the criteria, if you're new to investing, then please do subscribe to this channel. It's the perfect channel for you. Investing basics, I do a little bit of trading and a little bit of finance tips as well. So hit the subscribe button, obviously smash the like button for this video if you do like it. So buying your first stock can be a daunting task, especially if you're new to investing. You think, what on earth can I buy? What should I buy? How do I make money? All those questions that I can answer on this channel. But obviously we're going to jump through different criteria, they're going to be named as well. So let's jump into criteria number one. So the first criteria is, what do you use daily? Now this is really simple. Think of your phone, think of your laptop, think of your TV, these kind of things that you use daily. So alongside that, obviously you can invest in things like Apple, Google, Sony, etc., things like that. So that's something you can think of. Also, what you probably think of or look at daily is your bank apps, you know, what you're spending, that kind of thing. So you look at Wells Fargo, Barclays, Bank of America and Lloyds, you know, the UK examples and US examples there. So just kind of think of it like that. What do you use daily? That could be your first criteria. So the second criteria is, what are your interests, hobbies, that kind of thing. So think of, again, like your phone, you use your phone daily, it's kind of what you use for a hobby, interest, that kind of thing. So again, Apple, Google, like I mentioned last time. Another one could be food and drink. So you've got McDonald's that you can invest in. You've got Greggs in the UK if you really fancy it. Obviously Coca-Cola, Pepsi for the drink side of that. Or it could just be shopping as a whole. So it could be Walmart, MasterCard, Amex, these kind of things. Obviously the payment options and PayPal as well as an option. So yeah, what are your interests? What are your hobbies? You can also do sports and things like that. But have a little bit of research and look into it yourself. So criteria number three is, what are the ongoing necessities for life? So think of buildings, think of communication, think of energy, food, minerals, these things that we're always going to need going forward. Now what my recommendation here would be to go into those sectors, so the ones I've mentioned, I'll stick them up on the screen for you, and just search those sectors, so like food stocks, mineral stocks, communication stocks, and just have a look at the best ones there, and then kind of build your research skills that way as well. But just some examples that roll off the tongue for me: buildings would be Caterpillar, so they do all the building works around kind of the world really. The minerals, you can just invest in gold. Energy, you can invest in Enphase Energy, which is kind of almost solar as well. And with communication, you've got companies like Qualcomm who do like the chips and stuff, so you can do semiconductors as well into that kind of bracket as well. There are obviously other areas for the kind of necessities in life, and obviously again that will go into your research, like wheat and stuff like that. But obviously these are my five main ones that I've put here. So that completes criteria number three. Just before we jump into my favourite, which is criteria four, make sure you hit the like button on this video. I really do appreciate the support. It, you know, sends a kind of message out to the algorithm and pushes me out to a bit more eyes, and hopefully some new investors going forward. And obviously subscribe to the channel for more basic investing content. I'll start a playlist at some point as well, so you look out for that. Anyway, let's get on to criteria number four. Criteria number four is my favourite, and that is what the future holds. What will the planet look like? What it will do in 10 years' time? Will there be drones flying around? Electric vehicles driving around? All these things you can kind of see that they're going to happen, but you've also got to have a fairly realistic view of this as well. So drones will probably take place, electric vehicles will probably take place, more skyscrapers will probably go up because we're going to need more residential space, more business space. So you're looking at building companies again, like I mentioned before. So these things you've got to kind of look out for, and the ultimate thing you're looking for is the main disruptors. So you've got your Netflix, your Airbnb, and obviously your Amazon that have happened in the last 20 years. They've all disrupted their areas. So in those subcategories I just mentioned, which are electric vehicles and drones, try and pick the best one out of that, or well, not the best, but they've seen the ones that have kind of had the most hype. So for example, Tesla, NIO for electric vehicles. Drones I'm not too sure about, to be honest with you. I haven't done too much. I think AV is one of them. But yeah, you can do your own research and stuff. I'm just giving you the ideas for you to do some further research. So overall criteria four is, what is happening in 10 years time? What do you see the world going? And you know, basically investing based on that. So those are the four criteria on how to kind of buy your first stock mentally, but now actually got to physically do it and actually jump into a platform and buy our first stock. So here we have Trading 212. This is where I do all my trading, investing, all that kind of stuff. And you can see I've actually already bought the stock here, which I completely forgot about, and that's actually currently 8.4% up. And yeah, this is a paper trading account, so this is not real, it's a practice of money, so obviously don't get too excited about the amounts. And then we are just going to go to search, and we've got a little kind of display of like popular stocks. So let's just tap on the top one, which is Apple. We'll go into that and you can see the charts here, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. We'll do a more detailed investment video on how to use kind of Trading 212, how to buy, sell stocks. If you're interested in that, obviously leave a comment down below. I really appreciate that. So if we move up to the buy button, just tap on that and we just kind of scroll up to, I don't know, maybe 100 shares. Let's do that. And then we hit review order, which is almost the bought part. Then you can see a few more details here, which is the FX fee, which is how they make their money on the platform, Trading 212. So obviously every company has to make their money. And you just send a buy order, and it's simple as that. And obviously the market is not open at the moment, but when the market does at 2:30, that will then go through and look a lot like this Tesla stock. It will be 100 shares, and then obviously it will start moving up and down. So it really is that simple to buy a stock, buy your first stock. What I would recommend is obviously start off low. I've got another video about that if you want to have to check out that on the top right hand corner, whichever one that is. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.